Sue Bird calls out double standard in reactions to Caitlin Clark injury. Caitlin Clark's sophomore WNBA season has been placed on pause after the Indiana Fever guard suffered a left quadriceps strain in a game against the New York Liberty on May 24. The injury, confirmed by MRI results and announced by the team on May 26, will sideline Clark for at least 2 weeks, with a re-evaluation scheduled thereafter. The timeline puts her out for a minimum of 6 games and could potentially extend longer depending on how she responds to treatment. The injury marks a rare and abrupt interruption in Clark's basketball career. Known for her durability, Clark never missed a game during her 4-year run at Iowa, and she had played every game for the Fever this season until experiencing discomfort following the matchup with New York. Despite the setback, she has remained a visible presence, seen cheering for teammates from the sidelines during losses to the Washington Mystics and Connecticut Sun. Before the injury, Clark was delivering strong early season production, averaging 19.0 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 9.3 assists per game. Clark's absence comes at a challenging time for the Fever, who are already coping with a string of backcourt injuries. Fellow guards Sydney Colson and Sophie Cunningham are also sidelined, pushing Indiana's depth to the limit. Head coach Stephanie White has confirmed the team is working through hardship exemptions and temporary roster moves to field a full squad while awaiting updates on all 3 players. Indiana signed Ari McDonald to add guard depth, while Colson is already set to return. In the 3 games Clark has missed, the Fever have gone 0-3, underscoring just how central she is to the team's offense and tempo. With key matchups against the Chicago Sky and Atlanta Dream still ahead before her expected re-evaluation, her absence could have ongoing implications for the Fever's standings. Although the injury is not considered serious in the long term, experts suggest that a 2-week timeline is typically a baseline for re-evaluation with quad strains, rather than a return date. A more realistic timeline could stretch closer to a month, as the Fever aim to avoid re-aggravation for their franchise cornerstone. Clark's early stardom has had a transformative effect on the WNBA, helping drive unprecedented demand for tickets, media coverage, and arena upgrades. Games involving the Fever have been regularly moved to larger venues to accommodate the crowds. Most recently, their June 1 road game against the Sky was relocated from Wintrust Arena to the United Center in Chicago. That level of visibility has made Clark's absence felt across the league, both in terms of fan engagement and media narrative. In the most recent episode of the podcast A Touch More, WNBA legend Sue Bird addressed the fan discourse around Clark's injury, challenging the way women's sports are discussed when star players go down.